Today's session is about fitness bands. The session is specifically organized for senior citizens. In your daily life, you might come across a number of situations, such as, say, one day you wake up and you feel fatigued. Basically, you had a good night's sleep, but still you feel tired, and you don't know why. Say another day you just want to figure out that how many hours of sleep do you need, whereas everyone doctor just recommends 8 hours of sleep for everyone, but that might not be the case for everyone. Say sometimes you are climbing stairs, and after climbing stairs you are panting and you would want to measure your heartbeat, or sometimes you just have some kind of a sensation in your chest and you want to uh, measure that what is your heart rate at that point of time. At another time, say you are one of the senior citizens who are active and who are into workouts, who goes for a walk every day, and you want to see how many calories you are burning every day. How do you do that? Sometimes, uh, say, imagine you had a chance to send or receive calls from a device on your wrist. What do you think about that? And how during the COVID-19 pandemic, you always wanted to monitor your blood oxygen levels on a regular basis. And for that, you always went to search for an oximeter. So, what if I told you that all these situations that were presented to you, all the needs that you had, could be accomplished by a single product? So, the single solution is fitness bands. So, the fitness bands are devices that are used to monitor fitness and activity related metric along with heart rate and sleep. They give you all the necessary information from heart rate to the quality of the sleep that you are getting on the wrist. The main purpose of fitness bands is to motivate the users to live a healthier lifestyle and inculcate regular exercise in their daily routine.
But there could have been multiple reasons behind not using the product. We are enlisting a few of them. First is difficulty in usage. We know that usually watches are used for keeping time, and for the elderly, it may be a very new concept of having so many features inside a single watch, and it may lead to difficulty in usage. Next is the assumption that the band requires high technological literacy. Since there are so many features inside the fitness band, it may become difficult for the elderly to actually get around to using these features. They also face similar difficulty while using a mobile phone. So this assumption is carried on to fitness bands as well. Next, since the fitness bands are very compact, this displays are also smaller in size. This can lead to them facing difficulty in touching the specific features to access it, and they might eventually just stop using the fitness band altogether. Lack of accessibility features. As discussed in the previous point, since its displays are smaller, even the font size and the icon size of the various features are small, which may lead to them not being able to see these features properly or read the font properly. And as we know that as the age increases, there are problems of vision and eyesight, and this can also be one of the feature that this can also be one of the reason that discourages them from using the fitness band. Next is being unaware about the product and its features. Like we mentioned that watches are usually used for keeping time, and since this is a very new concept of having so many features that track your health and motivate you to exercise better, and they are packed into a very compact device, and they might not be aware of the product at all, or they might have misinformation about what exactly the product is. Doubts about the accuracy of the features. Since these devices track a number of features like the number of steps walked or the heart rate, it may become difficult for the elderly to trust the watch to trust the fitness band that it is showing the results accurately. And lastly, the assumption that wearing it full time will have adverse effects on health. They also have the similar assumption with mobile phones that increased usage leads to adverse effects on health, and this also carries on to the fitness band, since fitness bands are worn for the entire duration of the day, as well as during sleep time, it may have the senior citizens may have this assumption that they can have adverse effects on the health. So firstly, we'll list it. So it's important to clear this assumptions and the fears that they have by actually elaborating on the features and the usage that a fitness band can have in a senior citizen's life. For this purpose, we are taking the Fitbit Charge 5. It's the latest model in the Fitbit Smart Band series, and it's available in 3 colors. Below are the various features that the fitness band offers. First is an electrocardiogram. So it helps you keep track of your health, of your heart health with a compatible ECG app. And this heart rate can be shared with your doctor, who can then guide you further if there are any abnormalities detected. Next is being able to detect your oxygen saturation. As we know, even during the COVID time, it was important to measure your oxygen level regularly after being diagnosed with COVID. And this feature becomes extremely important, and it helps you know if there is any indication of important changes in your overall wellness. Next is measuring your heartbeats. This feature lets you know if your body is showing potential signs of stress, illness, or fatigue based on the past month's trends and trends in the variation in between each heartbeat. Next is the breathing rate. You get to know your average breaths per minute and see if there are any sudden increases that could indicate a change in your well-being. Next is being able to measure your skin temperature. You can track the skin temperature each night, so you can be aware of any potential sign of changes in your body, like fever or ovulation. Lastly, then comes the sleep score and sleep stages. You get a better understanding of your sleep quality with a daily sleep score and graphs of your time in light, deep, and REM sleep. So it helps you better track your sleeping schedule and ensures that you get timely and regular sleep. Then is a built-in GPS app that lets you know your workout paths that you follow each day and workout route of your on the Fitbit app. And lastly, there are 20 exercise modes wherein you can set your personal goals for runs, for walking each day, and get daily reminders that help you know when is your walking time, or or motivates you to exercise better.
Now, from moving on from features, we'll look at how the Fitbit is used. It basically consists of 3 steps. First is connecting the Fitbit to phone using Fitbit mobile application. Second is understanding the Fitbit's user interface. And third is understanding the Fitbit band's mobile application's user interface. Now, looking at connecting the Fitbit to phone using Fitbit mobile application, first you need to download the Fitbit app, which is easily available on Google Play Stores and App Stores. Next, once you download the app, you'll receive the screen wherein you will have to tap on Join Fitbit. Once you tap on Join Fitbit, you will receive the different Fitbit trackers that are available, from which you'll have to choose your Fitbit tracker. And then once you choose a Fitbit tracker, you will be directed to an login page where you'll have to enter your email ID and password and make your account. After you make your account, you'll have to fill your personal details. And finally, you'll be able to connect your Fitbit to your mobile application. Now, talking about understanding the Fitbit band's user interface, it has a lot of tips and tricks. And so first is we'll have to double tap. If you want the screen to lit up, you just have to double tap on the Fitbit. If you swipe down, you can see the settings. If you swipe up, you can see various health matrices such as SpO2, heart rate, and other matrices. If you swipe left, you can see alarms and other notifications. Now, when you swipe left, you also see exercises. To start any exercise, you just have to click on that exercise and press start. Now, understanding the Fitbit band's mobile applications user interface, it first shows a screen wherein you will be able to track your steps, the miles you have traveled, and the calories you have burned. You can also change the display of your watch through this application. It consists of a lot of various displays from which you can choose. You can also get detailed matrices on your sleep and SpO2 and other health parameters on this app. For further settings, you can go into account and then press on settings, where you'll be able to change other settings. You can also change the exercise that can be seen on Fitbit by going into the account and then going into exercise shortcuts.
Now we'll look at the competitor analysis. There are majorly three competitors that we're looking at. First is MI Smart Band 6, OnePlus Band, and Fast Track Reflex 3.0. These are mentioned along with their prices, the most expensive one being MI Smart Band 6. Looking at the features that these products offer, MI Smart Band 6 offer breathing quality tracker where you see at what rate you are breathing, women's health tracker which will help you track menstrual cycle, and stress monitor. These are the few features provided by MI Smart Band 6. Next, OnePlus Band. Vibration alarms for high pulse readings. If the device detects high pulse rating, it vibrates so that you are alerted about your breathing and the pulse rate. It also provides you workout modes, which helps you track your fitness activity. Third is the Fast Track Reflex 3.0. The major features that Fast Track offers are stylish watch faces. It also helps you look good and provides aesthetic appeal to your overall accessory. And next is water resistant. This is helpful if you want to swim or you wish to take any water related activity, and you can track your fitness in that as well. Next, we have created a novel 5R framework to evaluate the learning experience for the attendees. This refers to retention, readiness, recognition, relevance, and reaction. Retention here means how much do the attendees recall from the session about what have been taught to them. Readiness means how willing are the attendees to buy the product at the given price point, and what would be the price point at which they will be willing to buy the product. Recognition, how do the attendees perceive the brand and the product now, since this is a product which is not so popular in the given target group. We want to understand how they recognize with the product and if they find it useful for them. Relevance, how relevant was the session to your current needs. This is specifically to the session, and if we have been able to educate the attendees and gather what they expected out of the sessions, have we able to meet those expectations or not. And the last is reaction. How did you feel about this session? What would be your reaction or the further steps after this session? Will you be making a purchase decision? Will you want to know more about the product? Or is there anything or any doubts that were clear to you and you feel more confident about the product? Thank you. That was it.